Good morning, students. In this video, I am going to give the lecture on dilute solutions and colligative properties. So, this topic is included in the syllabus of Osmania University second semester. So, this is one of the important topic related to solutions. So before this topic, one more topic is that solutions is the introduction of the this topic. In solutions topic, we are discuss about what is concentration, what is molality, normality, mole fraction, and molecular weight. Some of the basic terminology we discussed in the solutions topic. So continuation of the solutions topic. Here two topics are we are going to discuss. One is dilute solutions, another one is colligative properties. Dilute solutions is a small topic uh, which depends upon the syllabus of the Osmania University. I am going to give a brief introduction on dilute solutions. Then go for the colligative properties. So first we have to discuss the dilute solutions. Dilute solutions mean dilution. Dilution means dilution required to make the low concentration solutions from high concentration solutions. By the dilution of the solutions, the properties of the solutions and some of the factors may be going to be impact. So these factors we are going to discuss in this topic. So here in this topic we are going to discuss of the introduction of the dilute solutions and types of solutions and dilute solution definition and Henry's law and Raoult's law. These topics we are going to discuss in this chapter. The first, what is the definition of the dilute solutions? What is the definition of the solution? A solution, a phase, homogeneous phase of one or more solvents or solute substances mixture is called as a solution. Means a mixture of homogeneous phase of one or more solvents or solute substances called as a solutions. Means solutions contains homogeneous phase, not heterogeneous phase. Solutions must possess the homogeneous phase, a mixture of solvents and solutes. So solution is the mixture of solvent and solute. Solvent is called as a large quantity of the substance which is present in the solution. Means in the solution, solvent substances have large quantity of the particles. Solute definition, a small quantity of substance which present in the solution. Means the solute particles are in less in quantity or small in quantity in the given solution. So here different solutions have the different percentage of solvent particles and solute particles, different percentage of number of solvents and number of solutes. So depends on percentage of quantity of solute particles and solvent particles. Solutions are divided into 7 types. Actually, there are 9 types, but we are going to discuss only here 7 types. So, types of solutions depends on percentage of quantity of solvents and solutes present in the solution. So here a state of the solution means state. What is the state? It is state means gas or liquid or solid, and state of the solvent and state of the solution. So one example I have to give for each solution. So here state of the solution is, in the first case, is gas. The state, a phase of the solution is gas. But when come to solvent means large quantity gas, and solute is also gas, means gas in gas. State of the solution is gas. So example is air. And gas in liquid. Gas in liquid. Best example, oxygen in water. Liquid in liquid means solute is also liquid, solvent is also liquid. Liquid in liquid. Alcohol in water is an example. Alcohol in water, you know that. Next, solid is the solute, solvent is the liquid. So solid in liquid. So salt in water. Gas in solid. Gas in solid. Solid is solvent. Gas is solute. So hydrogen in palladium means alloys is best example here. Liquid in solid. Liquid in solids. Mercury in silver. This is also alloys. And solids in solids. Silver in gold. Silver in gold. So these are the 7 types of solutions. Depends upon the percentage of the quantity here we are discussing. So next, here another most important topic is Henry's law. In Henry's law, mainly we are discussing about partial pressure and solubility. Partial pressure and solubility. So what is the definition of partial pressure? Partial pressure is nothing but a pressure of a gas component exerted on the surface of the solution is called as a partial pressure. So partial pressure and solubility have the relation. They have a relation. So that relation is going to be discussed in this Henry's law. So let us go for the Henry's law. So what is the definition of Henry's law? Partial pressure applied by any gas component on the surface of the liquid is directly proportional to its mole fraction present in the solution. Present in the solution is known as Henry's law. Means a gas component partial pressure which is applied on the surface of the liquid is directly proportional to the mole fraction present in the solution. Proportional to its mole fraction. Its mole fraction means mass which is present in the solutions. Means partial pressure is directly proportional to the mole fraction present in the solution. And another way, partial pressure is directly proportional to the solubility. Mole fraction is nothing but solubility. How much gas mass is present in the solution. So from according to Henry's law, partial pressure of a gas is directly proportional to the mole fraction of the gas present in the solution. So partial pressure directly proportional to mole fraction. Mole fraction is nothing but solubility. Mole fraction is the ratio of number of moles of one component to the total number of moles of the solution is called as a mole fraction. X is equal to, if the solution has two substances, XA is equal to XA by XA plus XB. This is a mole fraction. So according to Henry law, partial pressure is directly proportional to mole fraction. So P is equal to KH into X. X is mole fraction. Here KH is Henry's constant. Here KH is Henry's constant. So different gases in different way and different temperatures, they may soluble in the given solutions. So here solubility of the solution is directly proportional to the partial pressure. Partial pressure again depends upon the temperature of the solution and the nature of the solution and the nature of the solvent, and other factors also affect the partial pressure of the solution. If the partial pressure of the solution changes, automatically so the solubility or a mole fraction is also changes. So here pH P is equal to KH into X. This is the Henry law equation. So KH may affect the mole fraction of the solution which is present in the gas state in a solution. So this is the Henry law. Partial pressure directly proportional to solubility, and this is the derivation of the Henry law. So this is the graph of regarding Henry law. So it is a slope. Slope is KH. So this is regarding about Henry's law. Next, applications of the Henry law. Simple. Here, according to Henry's law, we are dissolving the gas in liquid by the increase of the pressure, by the increase of the partial pressure. If we increase the partial pressure on the surface of the liquid, and the solubility of the gas is also increases in the solution. So best examples are cool drinks. In cool drinks, normally carbon dioxide gas is dissolved. So at a given certain taste. So if you try to dissolve the carbon dioxide in the cool drink solutions, we have to use the high temperature. We have to seal the cool drinks in bottle at high temperature, or sorry, bottle at high pressure. So soda water is also containing the carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a gas. So this is the one of the best application of the Henry's law. Then we are going to discuss about Raoult's law. It is also most important question in this syllabus. So what is a Raoult's law? Definition: the partial pressure of any volatile substance exerted vapor pressure on the surface of the liquid or solution is directly proportional to its mole fraction of the solution or liquid, is defined as Raoult law. So Henry's law, Raoult law, the definition is similarly they are similar, but here the word we are using, that is any volatile substance, any volatile substance. This is the only term we are using here. Volatile substance means it can easily converted into liquid to gas. Volatile means they are easily converted into liquid to gases. That type of substances is called as a volatile nature. So all substances are not volatile in nature, but some substances only have the volatile nature. So in a solution there is a solvent is present and solute is present. So volatile solute plus volatile solvent. In other cases, volatile solute may present or non-volatile solvent is present in the solutions. So here in Raoult law, we have to take one of the substance is a volatile. So here another term is we are using here, vapor pressure. What is the vapor pressure? Vapor pressure is nothing but the partial pressure exerted on the by the major vapors on the surface of the liquid in equilibrium with liquid at given temperature. So if you take some solution which contains different types of solutes and solvents, so in that solution forms the vapors at given certain temperature. At that temperature, the vapors of the solutions exerted the partial pressure on the surface of the solution is called as a vapor pressure. Means different gases exerted different type of vapor pressure, depends upon their internal molecular bondings and other topics, other factors also involved. So here vapor pressure, again different solutions have different type of vapor pressures. So according to Raoult law, again non-volatile substance, the vapor pressure is directly proportional to its mole fraction present in the solutions. When, for example, you take the volatile substance in the solution, that volatile substance is create the vapors. That vapors will be exerted the vapor pressure on the surface of the solution. At this stage, there is a equilibrium going to be exist. Dynamic equilibrium exist. So here two types of substances are present in the solution. One is volatile, another one is non-volatile. So total vapor pressure is different. For example, if the solution has two types of substances, for example, solute is volatile but solvent is non-volatile, the total vapor pressure will be different. So here two cases. One case is solute volatile, solvent is also volatile. That vapor pressure is different. Total vapor pressure is different. When come to solute is volatile but solvent is non-volatile, in that case the total vapor pressure is also going to be very less. So we are going to discuss here first case. According to Raoult's law, vapor pressure is directly proportional to the mole fraction. According to Raoult's law, simple. Vapor pressure, we know the definition of the vapor pressure. So that is PA is the vapor pressure of the A component which is present in the solution. that is directly proportional to the XA. XA means mole fraction of the A component. So when the equation going to be PA is equal P naught A into XA. P naught A is the partial pressure of the A component. Partial pressure of the A component. Here PB means another substance which is present in the solutions, that is going to be exerted the vapor pressure. So PB is equal to P naught B into XB. So total vapor pressure is PT is equal to PA plus PB. PT is equal to PA naught A into XA plus PA naught B into XB. So PT is equal to PA naught A into XA plus PA naught P naught B. Here XA is equal to 1 minus XB. This is coming from XA plus XB is equal to 1. So that's why here we write XB is equal to be 1 minus XA. So after that P naught A into XA plus P naught B minus P naught B XA. So some other mathematical separation here, P total is going to be P total is equal to P naught B plus XA P naught A minus P naught B. So if you take another case, that is going to be final product is PT is equal to P naught A plus XB P naught A minus P naught B. So this is the equation of the Raoult law. So this is the graph when we are going to be when we are going to discuss about the Raoult law, that is vapor pressure and mole fraction. Vapor pressure and mole fraction. So when in a solution XA is equal to 1, so XY is equal to 0. So the component which is present in the solution is called XA. When the A component partial pressure almost going to be 0. So this is the graph related to the Raoult's law. So with this topic we end dilute solutions, their derivations and some important topics, Henry's law and Raoult law, that is the vapor pressure. So these are the topics we discuss in this lecture. So next class we are going to discuss about colligative properties. Next lecture we are going to discuss about colligative properties. Until then, thank you, bye.